So today we're going to dive into a topic that on the surface feels like a real mismatch.
Yeah, a complete collision of worlds.
We're talking about one of the oldest, most hands-on trades out there, electrical work, and pairing it with the most abstract, futuristic tech we have, generative AI.
You don't think you need an algorithm to pull a wire? But the source material we looked at from Samyak Online, and they've been in this game for over 20 years, makes a really compelling case.
They do.
They argue that for electricians, this isn't about just getting a few more clicks. It's a survival issue.
Because it all comes down to how we find people for these jobs now. The sources really stress that electrical work is almost entirely intent-driven.
Exactly. It's what you'd call a distress purchase. Nobody is browsing for circuit breaker repair for fun.
Right. You smell burning plastic or the lights go out. You need a solution and you need it now.
And that urgency just creates this winner-take-all environment. If you're not the first name that pops up in that map pack or in the AI overview,
you might as well not exist for that customer.
you're invisible.
Yeah.
And that applies to everything.
Yeah.
From a homeowner who needs a new EV charger installed, all the way up to huge industrial contracts.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. The strategy has to change, and the sources call it what? LLM SEO.
Right. LLM or AI SEO.
This was the biggest takeaway for me. We're moving away from just, keywords.
The conversations. That's the key insight.
Yeah.
Old school SEO was about ranking for Electrician Los Angeles. But now, people are actually talking to their devices. They're asking Siri or Copilot.
A full question.
A full question, like who is the most reliable and affordable provider for rewiring a vintage home in my area?
So the search engine isn't just matching words anymore. It's trying to understand and answer a really complex problem.
Precisely. You're no longer optimizing to be a blue link. You're optimizing to be the answer that the AI gives.
Which brings us to the how. The sources got a little technical here, talking about semantic SEO. For anyone listening who isn't a marketer, that's basically about context, right?
That's a great way to put it. It relies on a technology called schema markup.
Sounds intimidating.
It can be.
Yeah.
But think of it like this. It's like adding little labels to the DNA of your website. So you don't just have text that says, we do wiring.
Okay.
You have code in the background that explicitly tells the search engine, we are a licensed entity. We serve this specific zip code. We hold these specific certifications.
I love the metaphor they used for this. They called this stuff the power lines of digital visibility.
It's a great metaphor.
Yeah.
Because without that structured data, the AI just can't understand your business well enough to recommend it with any confidence.
But I want to ground this because it's not a magic button. The sources included some really honest feedback. This is a grind.
Oh, it absolutely is. You can have the best AI strategy in the world, but if your website takes 10 seconds to load on a phone,
Google just won't show it.
they'll drop you. There was that one testimonial on the file from a client, Himenak Gash. He was blunt. He called the work tedious. It took 5 months of just cleaning up the back end to get his site speed scores into what he called the green goods zone.
And that's the reality. Another client, Becca Hansen, made a similar point, that the value wasn't just in the big ideas, but in tackling those boring technical projects.
You have to fix the foundation first. Crawl errors, mobile speed, managing your reviews, all of that has to be solid before you can even start playing the AI game.
So if we boil all this down, the modern electrician isn't just competing with the other vans on the road.
No, not anymore. They're competing to be the most understandable business to a machine, to an intelligence.
It's incredible. If you can't speak that machine's language, the phone just doesn't ring.
That's the bottom line.
Which I think leaves us with a pretty provocative thought to wrap up on. If a physical, hands-on trade like electrical work is this dependent on large language models just to get a foot in the door, what does that imply for your profession's visibility over the next 5 years? Are you ready to be found by the machines?